So we got the bumper off and the cover off. You're gonna have to remove the skid plate down here. I would say I should have took a picture or video before, but it bolts right here and here. That plate right there. Across the top, and you just unbolt that, and then you gotta go under there and unbolt 2 bolts back there, and the whole skid plate will just drop out. And then this was attached to that bumper, and I didn't want it just dangling down, so I bent the mount that they have here and moved it down, because it was right here, you can see. I moved it down, I bent the bracket so it'd be sitting back like it was and not stick straight up like. And I bolted this bolt here that bolts this brace, and so I just bolted it to that, so then that's still not moving anywhere, and it's out of the way. The reason we had to remove the skid plate and bar right here and stuff is because it mounted here, so it would be not flush with this mount, which, I mean, they show it, you know, sitting flush with that, which is just not going to happen because that bar comes across. But that's another reason you got to remove that. And yeah, and I'm not sure. The way they have theirs mounted is it's crooked. It's not straight flush with the frame. So we'll see how that adds up, because those, when you mount them up, you know, are going to be crooked, so you can't quite, you can see a little bit on the camera, but we'll see when I try to put that piece on there if that's going to affect it or not. That's just sitting on there right now, but that'll give us somewhat of an idea what's going to look like and where to weld. And so it should. So I don't think that those mounts at an angle will really affect it too much. Dang. But yeah, sucks. Other than that, I'm liking it. Looks pretty good. This top plate's welded on. Not the prettiest, but it's getting the job done. Next is to tack that on. And I was gonna say, got the 2 bolts. These bolted the original bumper on, and then this was what was holding that plate that goes across for the skid plate. So add that on there for extra support, I guess, or help hold it down better. Alright, so originally I was making measurements from here to here to make sure I had everything how I wanted it and it was lined up correctly, which then after I tack weld these on, I realized it's got adjusters here, so it really doesn't matter too much about where it is there, because you can slide it back and forth. But so just get your measurements close, and it's about where you want these brackets. Weld them on, tack weld them on first, and make sure everything's how you need it to be, and then just bolt it on there, measure everything, make sure you got it how you want it, and be good to go. Now it's next to hold these up to it and make sure that's how it needs to be. Got this side tacked on. I was gonna say, make sure you got clamps, otherwise you're not gonna get that to stay the way you want it to. That is a need. So far, looking pretty good. Hopefully we'll get the other side tacked in the next couple minutes and call it a day for now. And I guess, and then if you're building one for this Tundra, this is an 05 Tundra, I'm going to say there's a mount, I'll show you on the other side, I'm going to say, but I had to cut it and bend it back to get this piece to fit in there, otherwise it's hitting it. This right here, you take this off. So really this back here, you're gonna cut it to like there or so, and then just bend it back to get that to fit. Otherwise it hits it and you won't get it quite lined up with the center. Okay, got the other side tacked on, looking pretty good. And then I noticed when I was trying to fit the side piece that comes here, and this might have been my bad, I was gonna say I might have pushed it in just too much on this piece and stuff, and that's why that it's hitting that. I was gonna say, but I'm just lazy and I don't really want to go back, so it was easier for me just to cut this back a little bit again, just part of this fender, but it's okay. Anyways, and so that other piece can fit in here now and weld up to here, and hopefully it'll look really good. I'm loving the look of it already. I've seen other Tundras with this bumper on it and I wasn't sure, but now that I'm putting it on there and welding it up, I'm thinking it looks really good. Now I guess I gotta cut this off, this little wheel well guard. Probably cut it right here. We'll see. I was gonna say this side was already, main reason I was replacing this bumper, I was gonna say, is because I hit a deer and it cracked and messed up this side, and it took out that fender thing there. So, but I was gonna say it really wasn't bad enough for me to spend that much money on a MOVE bumper, you know. But I really wanted to get something different than a stock bumper. That's all the deer did. Crazy. I think it would have done more than that. Knocked that off, but small little deer. The side pieces tacked on. I used a clamp here and like a magnet here to help hold it. And I say definitely would help if you had an extra set of hands to push it or hold it right there while you tack welded it on real quick. But I did the same on this side. I think it looks pretty good. Let's say main thing, just on these, I decided I had to cut, which I showed you last time, whenever this part of this fender's got something that sticks out. I don't know what the crap it is or why it's there, but you're gonna have to cut it and then level it flat to the bottom of this piece here, and so that this can sit flush with the rest of the bumper. But that's the main thing. As I say, you're gonna have to relocate that down here because it used to be attached to that what's that called? My mind's going blank, but you know what I'm talking about. And you're gonna have to cut back there to get this flush with the top, and but those are the two main things. And then yeah. Now is to weld in the tow hooks and the LED mounts, and obviously finish welding it all completely together and grinding it all up, and then paint. Getting ready to weld the hooks on, or the whatever toe points. I did exactly 1 inch from where this middle piece meets this piece, and then you kind of gotta take a step back and look at it, make sure it looks straight. And same thing on this side. I did 1 inch from where those two pieces meet. Getting ready to tack weld them on, and then should be good to go.